Come on. All right, we are live. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Sorry we're a little bit late today, but hey, the good things come sometimes in late situations. We have got a very special guest today on, Gerry Monroe, aka the Five-Star General, from Third Ward, Houston, Texas. How are you doing, Gerry?
Man, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Why don't you tell us what you've been up to?
Oh man, I've been a little bit of everywhere. Back and forth to Minneapolis. I committed to helping that community. Try to get back to normal.
Yeah.
Since George got killed, I've honored that for over a year. I've been back and forth, and in between that, I've been to other places. Lafayette, Louisiana, Cleveland, Ohio, with Tamir Rice's mom. Just fighting for justice all over the place. So that's my normal, man.
And you interviewed Tamir Rice's mom
Oh yeah.
recently.
I talk to her all the time. I
Yeah.
talked to her. Matter of fact, I talked to her like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and she's doing great. She's still fighting to get Tamir's case back open, and whatever she needs me to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's what's up. So there's also been some other big changes in your life or an announcement that I know that, you're going to make today on my platform for my audience. Did you want to make that announcement now before I show this video that you
Well,
did?
4 years ago, I ran for school board,
Announcement now before I
and
show this
hold on a
video
second.
that you. Sure.
4 years ago, I ran for school board and I lost, and really didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know how to campaign. I knew I had the skills to sit on the board, and I did not win, and that was okay with me. But I think I did more work after I lost for the kids because I kept advocating. I
Right.
kept fighting for the kids, and I did not want to run again. And I started getting, after 4 years of pure hell, I started getting call after call after call after call. Man, you gotta run. It's so bad, man. You gotta run.
Yeah.
So I prayed about it, and we decided to give it a shot. I don't run against the old incumbent. She left, and she won a position as a JP judge. So I actually get to run against the lady that's sitting in her seat. That they appointed. And I
Right.
mean, it's simple for me because come November, like I told her personally, I'm gonna kick your ass, and
Mm,
I'm gonna kick your ass for them kids, man. Black, white, whatever, don't matter to me. They screwing over kids. So we have a great platform. We raise money. We've been raising money since January because it's gonna take money to beat them. Me being
that's
who
it.
I am, me being who I am, and what I stand for is not what these people actually want in office. So we have to raise money to be able to fight these demons. And right now we're doing pretty decent. Still got
Good.
money to raise, still got work to do, still got doors to knock on. But right now I think we're doing fine. And we're gonna run for office. So a lot of people didn't know I'm a recording artist. I've been a recording artist for years. And
Yes.
for over 35 years, matter of fact. And I always say I'm one of the greatest to ever do it. And people, when I say that, they act like, nah, that can't be true. Well,
They haven't heard you.
see, I compare myself to Earl the Goat Manigault. Earl the Goat Manigault was a legend in basketball, but he never made it to the league.
Mm.
So, that's how I am when it comes to music. I'm a legend. And I chose not to go to the league because I could read my contracts. So,
Right.
I was always broke. I didn't want to be broke and frustrated. But the way that I campaign is different. I go after, of course, the traditional voters, but I try to reach the voters that people say don't vote, that young
Right.
vote, that 18 to 25. So what I did is I say, well, man, we're going to do what we did last time, which scared the hell out of my opponent. Um,
The
I
first
did,
video you did? Yeah.
I did a music video, but when I wrote the song, I had to come up with an idea of what this song would be about. And I just say it's a lot of people upset right now that I'm running and I'm doing so well. So I titled the song Make 'em Mad.
Yeah.
And from now, with the song is doing great on YouTube. We I think in 3 or 4 days or whatever, we got about 5,000 views. Um, and people love it. So I mean, if you want to play it, play it.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. Give me a second. Let me bring it up. I've already got it up actually. And I'm going to put you on mute so everybody can hear it without an echo. And let's do this.
Should people vote for Gerry Monroe?
Well, as being a fighter, I know fighters when I see them. And Monroe's been fighting for these children, trying to make sure that they got the proper education they're supposed to have. And he also fights for the teachers, make sure the teachers get the proper pay that they're supposed to. So he got my vote, Monroe.
He's a
Why should people vote for Gerry Monroe?
Well, as being a fighter, I know fighters when I see them. And Monroe's been fighting for these children, trying to make sure that they got the proper education they're supposed to have. And he also fights for the teachers, make sure the teachers get the proper pay that they're supposed to. So he got my vote, Monroe.
He's a compassionate man. He loves the community and he loves the kids.
He's going to get the teachers a raise, and that's what they rightly deserve.
I don't see nobody else fighting like he fighting. And plus, he no sellout.
Because he's the 5-star general.
And in case you boys ain't know, this Monroe in District 9 coming through the front door. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through the front door. Sunnyside, man, we gotta make a man. Them boys in Horn Park, man, we gotta make a man. Say Westbury, baby, man, we gotta make a man. It's Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass. Say, man, it's been 4 years, now it's 4 years later. And all I can say is it's 4 years wasted. The district on the BS, teachers ain't getting paid. Trustees is looking stupid with the things they say. District 9 up again, so I'm coming cutthroat. Man, you know what it is, so you know how it go. The kids ain't learning, the schools ain't safe. They shot a kid at Bell Land, board members just saving face. Everybody looking sideways, that ain't the flyway. Parents afraid to pull out the driveway. Virtual learning, nobody can't feel it. District 9's hurting bad, navigating the pandemic, but we gon' win it this time. Go in the voting booth, big homie Monroe in District 9, and put me in the seat that I rightly deserve. I got beat 4 years ago and I continue to serve. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through the front door. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through the front door. Sunnyside, man, we gotta make a man. Them boys in Horn Park, man, we gotta make a man. Say Westbury, baby, man, we gotta make a man. It's Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass. Say ain't no boys like them Sunnyside boys, cause them Westbury boys don't play. Okay, soon as I step up on the scene, you see that look in my eye. It's the OG, baby, reppin' the South Side. I'm on the wheel, dog, you know what it is. 9 years in the game, getting down for the kids. I'm fighting for the programs, plus I give them the business. Why you do it like that, dog? These bastards wouldn't listen. From lawsuits to Fed cases, I did it all, dog. And if the kids ain't good, I get a phone call. Open your eyes, trustees is sitting high. With these underserved schools from the north to south side, we gotta fix special ed, gotta fix GT, and put the kids in the classroom and out of the streets. From the war zone, baby, we bringing the heat to the madhouse, Westbury, time to eat. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through the front door. And In case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. Sunnyside, man, we gotta make a man. Them boys in Hong Kong, man, we gotta make a man. Say West Derry, baby, man, we gotta make a man. It's Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass.
Yeah, check it, the school system been up to no good, especially if you're black or brown and you from the hood. Even when I was going to these below average schools, we was using the same books our granddaddies used. I got a call from Monroe, he said let's do a track and get up in their ass for trying to hold these students back. He scared the hell out of them, they hate him but still respect him. That's why my homie go viral every time he check them. How can they win if beneficial programs are missing? So he gon' take that position and body slam the system. Robbing our children, man, it's almost like these fools looting, and our students ain't the ones doing them school shootings. They set the hood up to fail, that's the bottom line, cause in they eye your child ain't nothing but a dollar sign. Monroe kicking in that dough like I told ya. District 9 about to get a certified soldier.
In case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. Sunnyside, man, we gotta make a man. Them boys in Hong Kong, man, we gotta make a man. Say West Derry, baby, man, we gotta make a man. It's Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass.
Baby Banner.
I can't hear you.
Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
There we go. There we go. Amazing. Amazing. Even better than the first music video. Even better than the first one. I love it. I mean, wow. Catchy. I mean, a memorable verse is like, I do have a question for you, though, because school shootings was mentioned, right? And if you do get elected into office, what will you do regarding the safety of the children in the Houston School District in regards to what seems to be an uptick in school shootings? You may not have planned this out yet. This may be a discussion you have not had yet, and if you have not, that's okay. We can come back to that question another time.
No, I don't know. I think you got some music playing in the background.
Oh, me? Hold on.
There you go.
Is that better?
No. Let me tell you something. I'm not the traditional.
Sorry about that.
I'm not the traditional school board candidate. So it doesn't matter what question you ask me. I can answer every single question, and I got solutions for every single question that you can bring up. Now, when we're talking about trying to eliminate school shootings, we have to be proactive in what we do. As a school board rep, you have no control of what goes on the school campus, because in the Houston Independent School District, our district is decentralized. So they deal with what we call site-based management. So the actual principal has total autonomy on how they run their campuses. Now, the new superintendent that we got, he comes from a district where he decided, along with his board, that they would get rid of, resource officers or campus police on their campuses. I would not recommend that for the Houston Independent School District, because there are some campuses where you need not one officer, you need 3 officers.
Yeah.
So, I think that and I will say this here because I believe it, I've seen it, that the police officers for the Houston Independent School District are some of the most patient officers that you could ever encounter. So it's not like they're on the campus and they beating the hell out the kids, or they just arrested them wrongfully or something. I mean, these are some good guys that will sit down, mentor kids. They're not trying to take them to jail. So, when you think about it and you can have that conversation with the superintendent, it's not about what I could do. It's about what we could collaborate on as a board and with the administration to come up and make sure that every single campus is a safe campus. If a campus is not, if a campus is deemed unsafe, children have a problem learning on those types of campuses because they have
Yes.
to focus on far more than just education. So I think
Right.
school should be a place where a kid can go and they can be themselves. They can let their hair down. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I tell people every day, I think we have to figure out a way to make school sexy again. We have
Right.
to make it attractive again. We have to make it fun again. We need to get the racism out the building. You know, if we can do that, you can eliminate all of this stuff that's going on. One of the main things that you could do on a campus is eliminate, which I feel, in-school suspension. If
Okay.
if you eliminate in-school suspension and turn it into in-school mentoring, then you could actually sit and talk to kids and find out what's going on with them. Kids
Right.
want to talk, they want to empty themselves, but you have to give them a space where they are comfortable, where they can empty themselves. Um, Another thing, teachers, administrations have to become very familiar with their children.
Right.
These are your children when we drop them off at the front gate.
Yep.
So you have to treat them like they're your children. So you have to know through the personal development aspect that the district puts the administrations through and the teachers through. You have to learn your children. And I think if we do that, we'll be just fine. But I'm not for defunding campus police. I'm not in the Houston Independent School District. Not, 2 days before school ended this year, you had a kid get shot on a campus. No.
Wow. And I mean, if anyone was to even just Google your name, Gerry Monroe, you would be amazed at the content that you would see and all of the fighting that he has done for the Houston Independent School District. It's amazing. And he's not kidding about federal lawsuits and all that stuff. He's faced all this in his fight.
I had to do the lawsuit because they have what I call the Monroe rules when we go to board meetings. They've created rules specifically for me because when I first started going, you could speak on every agenda item.
Right.
When they saw that I would speak on every agenda item, they started tinkering with the time. So, we went from being able to speak on every agenda item to now you only get 5 minutes to speak.
Right.
Okay, you give me 5 minutes, I'm going to impact you. So they took the 5, they dropped it down to 3. So I'm still impacting you with 3 minutes. So now they dropped the 3 down to 2. So they just got tired of me one day and they decided we're going to give you a trespassing notice and we're going to kick you out of the district because I had a shirt on that said that the principal was a racist, which she was. If you look at our hiring and firing practices, it showed right there. So you can't say this in a board meeting, and they would not give me my due process. So I had to sue them in federal court. And when we went to federal court downtown Houston, at first they ruled against me because they were trying to bar me for life. My attorney, Scott Newar, took it to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, who shot down the local ruling and said, no, go back. Y'all need to fix this because you're violating his constitutional rights. What we learned from that process, which we ended up winning, is that school boards, city council, county commissioners meetings, they are limited public forums. You may not like what we say. You may not like how loud we say it, but we have a constitutional right to be able to say it. So yeah, when I said that about the lawsuits and the songs, it was real.
Yes, it was. Real. Yep, it was. Wow. And for someone like you, someone of your character, to even, be attempting, this second attempt at, getting into office, how can a parent not want you in office to help?
Not the parent.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily the parents, but you would think that a school board would want someone like you to, you know what I mean? You bring so much to the table.
But you have to understand, and I need everybody to hear me when I say this. The school system is not a black or white system. It's not an Asian or a Latino system. It's a money system. It's a money system. It's all about the money. That's all they care about. So they're screwing black kids just like they're screwing white kids. They're screwing Asian kids just like they're screwing Latino kids. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily that the parents want me. The teachers want me. The administrations want me. It's the local politicians that don't. And the reason that they don't want me, because the Houston Independent School District is their private cash cow. Now, if
Interesting.
I'm sitting in the room, you can throw all the BS out the window because I'm not doing nothing unethical. I'm not violating the law, and I'm not going to let you do it.
Right.
We're going to get back to educating these babies. And if that ain't what you came here to do, you're going to have a problem out of me.
How many kids are in the HISD school system right now? Do you know off the top of your head?
Before the pandemic, we had 211,000. Right
Wow.
now, we're sitting at about 196,000.
Okay.
They can't locate at least 40% of them. They're not checking in on the laptops. So it's a lot of things that can happen in this next 4 years. And one of the biggest things is, and it's going to happen all over the country, due to low enrollment, they're going to try to shut down Black and brown schools.
Right.
Now, the way that I feel about it is, as long as there are kids going to the schools, that school shouldn't be shut down. It's not their fault that a pandemic came through,
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's part of the plan. And right now we
more
have
of like a remote type of setup where they're going to try to remotely educate these children.
Well, now next year they're not remotely doing anything. They're bringing them all back into the school. And some people are still afraid to send their children back into these school settings. And my thing is, I'm not beyond a parent saying that or feeling like that. Because if you can't open the school board building for us to have a board meeting, then why would I want to send my kid into a school? If it's unsafe for you as a board member, then how safe are the schools?
Right.
So the one thing you get me is I am one of you. I was a parent. I was a voter. And I got sick of what I was seeing. So now I come through the door and I've killed a couple of myths. When I ran 4 years ago, they said, well, he's not educated. He didn't go to college. Well, I actually did go to college. I didn't finish. So now when I run 4 years later, I'm armed with an associate's degree in criminal justice.
You sure are.
I graduated with honors.
Yes,
I'm
you did.
enrolled at Lamar University right now with 1 year left to get my bachelor's in criminal justice, and then I'm going to law school. So no, I'm just as educated as you now.
Yep.
So everything I need to know as a school board representative, I know it. There's not an issue that a person can bring up, and you might want to tune in because every month we do a virtual fundraiser on my social media page, Facebook, and it's unscripted. The audience gets to
be a
ask
part of that. I would love to be a part of that. I will do that every month and share that out. I'd love to help fundraise for your, for this.
As a parent, you get to ask me any question you want to ask me. And I guarantee you I'll run through it. There's not a school board representative in the city of Houston right now that can sit at a table and debate me on education without me making them look like a fool.
I always knew when I met Gerry Monroe, I met someone that was just incredibly special, just in life. You don't meet many people like Gerry Monroe every day. I want to say thank you because I do think you're needed and much so needed in HISD. And I think you'll do great things there. And I really hope you get it. I really do. I will absolutely help fundraise, share it on my channel, all of that.
What I want to do is I want to give other people the courage just to be regular people. Yeah. But know in your heart that you're very intelligent. You're more intelligent than you actually realize. And you need to run for public office yourself. Because the representation that we have right now, whether it's Republican or Democrat in the state of Texas, is horrible.
I've thought about it.
On local, state, and federal levels. So the thing is you got people sitting out here right now that's watching us that should really think about running for public office. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've had master trustees. They have what they call master trustees. These people have been in education forever. They gave them a mastery level of being a school board trustee. And I had one tell me, I have never in 50 years seen anybody as prepared as you to sit on the school board.
Wow.
So I'm ready, and I'm not there to be their friends. And I know some of them don't like me. But here's the thing. We can treat it just like David Ruffin and Otis Williams from The Temptation. They didn't like each other either. All they had to do was sing together. So all we got to do is sing together in the best interest of the kids. And if we can do that, then all these kids will get a quality education. We won't have kids graduating in the top half of their classes, showing up at the local community college, taking a bunch of remedial courses.
Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. And, I think you're right, too, as far as people running for office. I know what I've seen in certain government offices as far as the talent is concerned, and was very concerned about some of the levels of talent that I've seen in important positions where it's like, wow, I don't have a bachelor's, but I think I could probably do that job if I really, really put my mind to it.
I think you could. I think you could. I think a lot of other people could for one reason. I
agree.
For one reason. If a real estate agent can become the president of the United States, then why can't you be a city council person? Why can't you be a county commissioner? And that's not a knock against
a woman vice president either. A black vice president woman at that.
But for me, in education,
a woman president.
I put a post up today, a picture of me, and on that post it says, vote for me because I did this, because I did that, But do not vote for me just because I'm black.
Right.
Vote for me because I'm qualified.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. I mean, I don't want you just to go out there, let me vote for him because he's black. No. Vote for me because I'm qualified.
That's it.
And I'm willing to do the job. I have the passion to do the job. I don't want to bounce from this position to that position. Education is my thing. I only want to run for school board. That's all I've ever run for. So in the game that we're in, you either are one of two things. You're either a public servant or you're a politician. That's all it boils down to. And I'm a public servant. So when people say, what are you going to do for us if you end up being a school board rep? Well, no, it's what I've done for you already. Go look at my track record and then you tell me. I don't believe that you can advocate from behind the Diaz if you've never advocated for our babies in front of the podium.
And when, for people who may not know, because some people don't know, this election will be held in November.
Yep, November 2nd.
All right. So there's a few months, it's June now. There's a few months left for fundraising activities and continued promotion, all that stuff. And I look forward to talking to you on the back end about some of that. I've got some ideas I'm just going to throw your way. So, but I'm excited and I'm behind you 1,000%.
Well, we're gonna do the best that we can do. Nobody's gonna outwork me this time. You're not gonna outwork me. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna talk to the people, and I want everybody in America that's watching to know one thing: when your educational component is messed up, your crime rate is going to go up.
Yeah.
Think about it. The killers normally walk the hallway from 8 to 3.
That's it.
If they're not in school, then your crime rate is going to go up. We can no longer play politics with the school system. We got to get back to the basics.
It's been such an honor to have you on today, Gerry, as always. It really has been an honor.
Man, I mean, I'm just regular old Gerry Monroe. You see, I ain't shaved in a couple of days. I ain't shaved since the video. Been a little sick and just kind of resting my leg and just ready to go, man. But I mean, I love what I do, being able to help people. And I think more of us need to get out here and we need to help people. And I saw a video, and I think you may have seen it. A lot of people have seen it, millions of people. It was a video of a little white boy and a little black girl with a car, with a little toy car. And the little white boy went open the door for the little black girl, let her get in, and then they just drove around the neighborhood. Racism is taught.
Absolutely, it's taught.
It's taught.
Absolutely. And
we have to figure
Monroe,
out a way
let me
to
ask
get
you
along.
this. Can Black people be prejudiced in your opinion?
All day, every day.
Okay. I just wanted to ask that from someone I absolutely respect, because some people feel that Black people are unable to be prejudiced for some
No, that's a
reason.
lie. Black people can be prejudiced. Black people can also be oppressive. They can be everything that their counterpart can be. And the thing is that we need to look at, especially with our Black leadership in America, we really don't have any clear-cut Black leadership. You really think that if I was on Capitol Hill in some capacity, that Joe Biden wouldn't be getting a business right now? Joe would really be getting a business right now. You see what I'm saying?
But I would have loved to have seen you up there talking to Trump instead of Kanye West, let me tell you.
Racism is taught, and we got to get racism out of our school system and allow these kids to grow up and love each other and just do what they need to do, which is be great. We all gave birth to geniuses. And at the end of the day, we have to support them, and we have to push this system to make sure that they're giving them everything that they need so they can be productive adults when we're old, dead, and gone.
Yeah, I agree. And I think you're the man that can do it. I think you're the man that can do it. I really, really do have a lot of faith in that, and a lot of faith in you.
I'm just one person that decided to do his part.
I know.
I'm just one person that decided
we appreciate
to do his part. And I can honestly tell you,
people in the chat that are just like thanking you all the way down in Liberty County, Georgia. People thanking you from Dallas, from Houston, Minnesota. People are very grateful, for the things you do. And even I can say, like, I know if you've been in Minnesota because I've talked to you when you've been up there. Not only in this situation with George Floyd, but there was another gentleman that was shot by a police officer, was pulled over due to an air freshener hanging from their mirror.
Dante, right?
Yep. And it's like you, every time I talk to you, you're doing something related to public service. So, I just wanted to mention that.
I've upset the apple cart right now because of some of my ideologies. And, some Black politicians are not in favor of me right now. But the way that I see it is if I'm walking out of my house and I see my community look the same way it's been looking for the last 30 years, that means you've not done your job.
That's it.
And you can't come around here with the Negro pastors, with the fancy bus, talking about you need to vote for these Democrats because no, hold on a second, man.
Yeah.
Look at my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Look at my neighborhood. And you telling me they working for me? No. I will say, and I've said it 1,000 times and they get mad, but it's the truth. Anything I've ever gotten done for my neighborhood has either been a white person that helped me or a Republican. Now, those that
Democrats sell their services to Black people. I mean, that's it's known. It's like
let me just say this here, because it's not about Republican or Democrat with me, y'all. Let me just tell you this here. You good people out there that live in the poor communities, you can't be that mad at the Republican Party or think that they're devils, like some of them try to portray these people to be, for one reason. Don't you get up at 5:30 in the morning and put your child on a bus to go to a magnet school in a Republican neighborhood? So my question is, why can't we have that same type of school in our neighborhood?
Right.
Because our representation does not want it.
Right.
Don't be mad at me because I'm only the messenger. I'm just the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get up every morning, you put your child on that bus, or you move to another community. You see what I'm saying? You moved out of South Dallas and you moved to Frisco so your child could go to a better school.
Yes.
Then ask yourself, where's your tax money really going in your community?
Facts upon facts upon facts there.
So
I purposely moved for that very reason. Yeah.
So running for school board, and I love it, it's a nonpartisan position. So I get to play both sides of the aisles. Right. I get to work with some good Democrats. I get to work with some good Republicans. You know, I'm a God-fearing man. Yep. And that's what it is. You know, the biggest issue I got right now, man, and they just so mad at me, you know, is the voter integrity laws, you know, that they're trying to pass, you know, the Jim Crow 2.0. And, you know, some folks really got mad at me because in May, I went to the Capitol and testified in support of the laws changing. Man, how could you do that? Because I went to a voting poll and y'all had 30 ID cards sitting on the table for drive-through voting. You were giving people IDs to vote. So you telling me we not cheating? You folks are cheating to stay in office, and then when you stay, you don't do anything for us.
Yeah. So
now, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I got love on both sides of the aisles. I love people. I love people. So I don't see a color when it comes to education. I just believe all these babies deserve a fighting chance. Now, if they blow their shot, they can't be mad at me because I'm going to fight to give you a shot.
Right.
But it's up to you. I'm going to put you in a position where you can really do what you need to do. Where they got everything in the school that every child needs from early childhood all the way to graduation day when they are senior.
Yeah.
And if they got that much, I think our kids will be fine.
Well, Mr. Monroe, our time has now come to an end. Unfortunately, I really don't want to let you go, but I know that I can hit you up anytime and get you to come back to the show. We'll have to
anytime
talk about some more topics. I absolutely enjoy having you on, and so does my audience.
I wish I could see their comments. I can't see them, so.
Oh, I'll send you some screenshots. I mean, it's all like we most definitely need more people like you. Thank you for helping us down here in Liberty County, Georgia on our parents' rights. Gerry, you speak with passion without cussing, and kids need that and crave it.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about Liberty County, Georgia?
Huh?
I ain't never been there. I just gave them the game. I just gave them the game.
Yeah.
And when I gave them the game, they moved the needle in education in Liberty County, Georgia.
And that could be almost like a template, right? In some respects, like a template of sorts.
Any building that receives federal money, you know, it's the same law no matter what state you go to.
Got it.
So it's easy to beat them at their own game. It's easy to beat them. But I just think that at the end of the day, LeakYou, we have to change some of the things that we're doing in the United States of America because it's not working.
Yeah. I agree. And I can even relate some of my experiences when I was in school as well. So, I mean, I agree. I agree with you 1,000%. Gerry, it's been a pleasure, as always, to have you on. Is there any final words that you have for the audience? And you need to get with me after so I can know when your fundraising date is next month. So I can, there's a couple things I want to throw your way as well. Okay. So we'll talk after this.
What I will tell people, we shot that video and I didn't use $1 of campaign money to do it. I paid for it out of my pocket. Every dollar that we get coming in will be accounted for and it will be spent the right way. So if you help, then you're helping us to get somebody to the school board to help our kids. And that's all I really want.
Is there a link or something where people can go to donate starting now if they wanted to, or are you just doing this
We
on these fundraisers?
I created a Cash App. I'm working on getting my website up and running. Been some
Okay.
headaches with that, so I almost
Hit
got
me
the
up.
website where I want it.
Hit me
But
up.
in the
I'll help you with
meantime,
that.
okay. In the
Okay.
meantime, they they've been donating. We created a Cash App for it.
Okay.
So, and I mean, these people, every Tuesday I took, I used to go to strip clubs all the time back when I was younger. So on Tuesdays we do what we call $2 Tuesdays, and
Okay. All right.
they can donate $2 if that's what they do, and that has
All
helped
right.
us buy campaign material, different things that we need to be able to run a decent race, and I think we're gonna be fine. I look forward to my opponent showing up. I don't want to be in this thing unopposed. I want to be in it. I want to fight against you because I want you to sit in the room with me and debate me. I want you to
Who's
sit in
the
the forum with
opponent?
me.
What's
Huh?
the opponent's name?
Her name is Myrna Gidry. She's an adjunct professor, and she was over at Texas Southern University. Has never spoken at a board meeting. Most of the time, she abstains from voting. Doesn't really understand the educational component.
Oh, you're gonna not kill her, but you know what I mean. You're gonna, yeah.
We're gonna make her mad. Let's just say that.
Yeah. What exactly? I like
We're
that.
gonna make her mad.
I will reach out to you and we'll talk about the $2 Tuesdays and all that, because when I'm live on Tuesday, I could definitely do a little something there. But we'll talk. We'll talk, and
No doubt.
definitely we'll talk some more about the website and all that.
I
No
need some help
question.
because this one
I
is
got you.
taking too long.
No, I
It's
got
taking
you.
too long.
All right. I can. Yeah, I got
I'll
you. We'll
call you
talk.
when we get off the app.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
All
and
right.
tomorrow, and this is something I'm going to do for your kids in Dallas, and I'll come with my team. We're just waiting on all the stuff to show up. There's a digital divide in the United States of America that has us just messed up, especially on the educational level. So I've gotten blessed with something, and I'm going to come to your area, and
Okay.
we're going to give away free iPads with Wi-Fi to anybody over 18 years of age. And all you
Seriously?
got to do is show up with your ID. That's for me to y'all, because I think that we need to take care of this digital divide.
All
And
right.
I've been blessed with thousands and thousands and thousands of iPads.
Oh
And
my
I don't care
God.
if I got to drive to Dallas or whatever. We're going to take
If you
care of these.
need me to come, if you don't have enough room and you need me to bring the truck, I'll bring the truck down and help you. So just let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll be in touch, Gerry. It's been a
All right.
pleasure.
No
All
problem.
right. We'll talk soon. Oh, wow. I just absolutely just enjoy Gerry. Anytime he comes on, I want to show his video again. That was off the chain. Loved it. And it's the beat and the everything. And I want to show it one more time before we get up off of here. Again, the song is called Make 'Em Mad. Make 'Em Mad. Give me a second here. Monroe. There we go, Monroe. There we go. All right. Let's share this out one more time here. Hold on. Wait. Sorry, I'm trying to get the right one here.
With some bags. I
Here.
spent 23. Bitches like, girl, who car is that? That belong to me. Can I ride? Girl, you know you can. If that pussy free. But if it ain't Gucci with some bags, I spent 23. Bitches like, girl, who car is that? That belong to me. Can I ride? Girl, you know you can. If that pussy free. But if it ain't, then you know you can't. Have a nice day. One.
All right, got it. Yeah, here we go.
Why should people vote for Gerry Monroe?
Well, you know, as being a fighter, I know fighters when I see them. And Monroe's been fighting for these children, trying to make sure that they got the proper education they're supposed to have. He also fights for the teachers, make sure the teachers get the proper pay that they're supposed to get. So he got my vote, Monroe.
He's a compassionate man. He loves the community and he loves the kids.
He's going to give the teachers a raise, and that's what they rightly deserve.
I don't see nobody else fighting like he fighting. And plus, he no sellout.
Because he's the 5-star general.
And in case you boys ain't know, this Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. Sunnyside, man, we gotta make a man. Them boys in Horn Park, man, we gotta make a man. Say Westbury, baby, man, we gotta make a man. Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass. Say, man, it's been 4 years, now it's 4 years later, and all I can say is it's 4 years wasted. The district on the BS, teachers ain't getting paid. Trustees is looking stupid with the things they say. District 9 up again, so I'm coming cutthroat. Man, you know what it is, so you know how it go. The kids ain't learning, the schools ain't safe. They shot a kid at Bear Land, board members just saving face. Everybody looking sideways, that ain't the flyway. Parents afraid to pull out the driveway. Virtual learning, nobody can't feel it. District 9's hurting bad, navigate the pandemic, but we gon' win it this time. Go in the voting booth, big homie Monroe in District 9, and put me in the seat that I rightly deserve. I got beat 4 years ago and I continue to serve. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 through that front door. Sunnyside, man, we gotta make a man. Them boys in Horn Park, man, we gotta make a man. Say Westbury, baby, man, we gotta make a man. Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass. Say ain't no boys like them Sunnyside boys, cause them Westbury boys don't play. Okay, soon as I step up on the scene, you see that look in my eye. It's the OG, baby, reppin' the South Side. I'm on the wheel, dog, you know what it is. 9 years in the game, getting down for the kids. I'm fighting for the programs, plus I give them the business. How you do it like that, dog? These bastards wouldn't listen. From lawsuits to Fed cases, I did it all, dog. And if the kids ain't good, I get a phone call. Open your eyes, trustees is sitting high. With these underserved schools from the north to south side, we gotta fix special ed, gotta fix GT, and put the kids in the classroom and out of the streets. From the war zone, baby, we bringing the heat to the madhouse, Westbury, time to eat. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. Sunnyside, gotta make a man. Them boys in Horn Park, man, we gotta make a man. Say Westbury, baby, man, we gotta make a man. Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass.
Yeah, check it, the school system been up to no good, especially if you're black or brown and you from the hood. Even when I was going to these below average schools, we was using the same books our granddaddies used. I got a call from Monroe, he said let's do a track and get up in their ass for trying to hold these students back. He scared the hell out of them, they hate him but still respect him. That's why my homie go viral every time he check them. How can they win if beneficial programs are missing? So he gon' take that position and body slam the system. Robbing our children, man, it's almost like these fools looting. And our students ain't the ones doing the school shootings. They set the hood up to fail, that's the bottom line. Cause in they eye, your child ain't nothing but a dollar sign. Monroe kicking in that dough like I told ya. District 9 about to get a certified soldier.
In case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. And in case you boys ain't know, it's Monroe in District 9 coming through that front door. Sunnyside, man, we gotta make a man. Them boys in Horn Park, man, we gotta make a man. Say Westbury, baby, man, we gotta make a man. Monroe in District 9, and it's time to kick some ass.
David Banner.